Hello, and welcome to the Travel Inspired podcast. For those that don't know me, my name is Adam Constanza, freelance travel writer from Wellington, New Zealand, and I'm spending 2017 in the autonomous region of Bougainville, Papua New Guinea. And one of the questions that I probably get asked at least once or twice a week is, are you bored yet? And I guess the question comes from that I'm a accompanying partner. So my partner is working for Volunteer Services Abroad, New Zealand organisation, and myself, I don't have an actual assignment, and therefore I have to, I guess, keep myself entertained, which has never been an issue in New Zealand. It's never been an issue when I've travelled in the past or lived overseas, and it's certainly not an issue that I'm experiencing here, 3 months in to life in Bougainville. And so I guess what I want to talk about this week is establishing routines, and it's kind of the routine, I guess, that you fill your day with, and the days go quick here. They seem to fly by. I have I start each day with a mental to-do list of things that I need to do to my website, to my Facebook page, to Instagram, articles that I'm writing, or travel adventure videos that I'm making, or podcasts that I'm producing, or reaching out to magazines and websites and editors, looking for an in, looking for a hook into a potential avenue to get your work out there and get a little more exposure. So as I say, the days really fly by, and I think it is the establishing routines that is really the key here. And I think without having routine and structure in my day, the days would just fly by, and I would never live up to my own expectations. So, first thing in the morning, I check social media. So I'm checking Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I'm checking my emails. So I probably spend an hour and a half first thing in the morning over breakfast. Responding to comments, responding to emails, and checking on traffic, I guess, overnight. And then for the next 2 or 3 hours, up until lunchtime, I usually have one key project that I'm working on. At the moment, it's an article, a version 2 of an article, as a guide, the Wellingtonian's Guide. So version 1 went out probably 6 months ago, and I've been researching and collecting data on new places. Picking friends' brains on their favourite cafes, restaurants, activities, and so on, and collecting all this data and adding it into a new article or into a Word document. And so I've been working on the latest version for around about a week, and my morning is the time that I do that. So 2 or 3 hours from around about 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I'm usually with the laptop, cup of coffee or a tea, and typing away. And I always try and get out of the house at least once a day, and whether that's a trip to the market, stock up on some fruit and veggies, a bike ride to the shops, or just pop over to a fellow volunteer's house, or one of the expats that lives in town, or just go for a stroll. I think human interaction, the fresh air, and just getting away from the laptop, I kind of need that to just kind of, straighten your head out a little bit, and yeah, kind of keep that little bit active. And so just before lunch or after lunch is when I tend to try and get out the house. And then obviously lunch, and I usually switch off at lunchtime, so it will be listening to music, listening to a podcast, or watching a TV show over lunch, and yeah, disconnect from the laptop, disconnect from anything travel inspired for 3/4 of an hour to an hour, and ignore the phone, and yeah, just completely switch off. And I find this really helps then to quickly switch back on in the afternoon. And after lunch in the afternoon, I'll often kind of mix up the activities that I work on. So I quite often find that my brain will just be a bit fried after 3 hours of research and typing up an article. So yeah, I'll move on to a different project, whether it's a YouTube video that I'm making, so I can watch GoPro footage and edit down clips and add music and so on, or manage the social media. So kind of the Facebook group, or Instagram, or Twitter, and then also there's the website, which open up WordPress and respond to comments, and add new articles, and kind of tweak things here and there with new plugins and so on. Usually whilst all of this is going on, I'm kind of still thinking about ways to increase exposure and people that I can reach out to, people in organisations. So I quite often do a bit of research on different places, and look on Matador and different websites for opportunities, I guess, where I can write for them, or get my work out there. So that kind of takes time as well, I guess, is reaching out, and I kind of enjoy that side of it as well. That you kind of put these kind of little breadcrumb trails out there and see what comes back, and that's really quite exciting. Sometimes you don't hear anything back from these places, and then sometimes you just get that little bit of a lead, and you never know where it's gonna lead, and what it could turn into. And some of the best projects that I've worked on have been exactly that: people and places, organizations that you contact, and have very low expectations, yet can kind of surprise you. And so typically I'll keep working through to around about 5:30, 6 o'clock, when at that point again I start to feel a little bit frazzled, and that's when I know I need to exercise. And exercise for me is kind of vital. I need to pretty much do something every day, and as I say, whether it's just getting out, going for a walk or a run or a bike ride, just a little bit of activity is key to my mental and physical well-being. And yeah, that's one thing that I've been pleasantly surprised about in Bougainville, I guess, is the routine of exercise. One of the fellow volunteers has kicked off a CrossFit class, and kind of a bit of a circuit-esque class, doing push-ups and doing pull-ups and burpees and squats and all kinds of good things. So we do that 3 times a week, and there's typically maybe 4 or 5, 6 people, expats and volunteers, that turn up to do the same exercise. So that's kind of fantastic. I look forward to those 3 evenings a week doing that, and it's social, and keeps me in shape. And then also as well, I've been using a small gym that the expats, some of the expats here have got, and yeah, very small with some weights and a bench, and so yeah, I typically go over there once a week and work out as well. And post workout, I would normally sit down at the laptop and yeah, do a couple more hours, maybe 2 or 3 more hours of work. So yeah, continue on with the article that I was working on in the morning, or continue researching different organizations, people and businesses to reach out, and also the social media side as well. And I try and publish regularly on Instagram. So I've been doing a bit of yeah, tweaking and research and so on, and I've discovered that around about 8-9 o'clock in the evening is my most I guess productive time to post on Instagram. It's the time I receive most engagement, most likes, and most comments, and most new followers. So yeah, around between 8 and 9 o'clock, I would normally pick a photo from yeah my collection to share, and they tend to be either a recent photo from the autonomous region of Bougainville, or it will be something from New Zealand. And that tends to be how most of my Monday to Friday days kind of pan out, and that routine works fantastically for me. It keeps me switched on. It keeps me busy, and it's the output is good. You know, I'm getting regular content, regular articles, regular podcasts and videos, and I've seen yeah engagement and followers quite drastically increase since becoming a full-time freelance travel writer in Bougainville. And I think one of the keys to having a successful routine and structure in your day is to I guess really spend a bit of time thinking about what you want to focus your energy on. Is there one thing that you really want to put all your time and effort into, that you're passionate about, and something that you'll just never grow bored of? And I guess for me, travel, adventures, and yeah, travel inspired is exactly that. It's something that I put my time and effort into, and I don't it doesn't feel like work, and it's not something that I kind of clock out at 40 hours. It's something I just keep going on, and yeah, something that I enjoy. And also outside of your routine and that structure, I think it's an ideal time as well to reflect and look at new things that you'd wanted to try for a long time, or things that you think you might want to try. And for me, it's something that I did in New Zealand. Whether it's drinking decaf coffee over caffeinated coffee, or increasing the amount of exercise that you do, or trying a new hobby. And I guess I've kind of tried a couple of things in the 3 months that I've been in Bougainville, and it's something again that you can kind of focus on, that adds a bit of structure to your day. And the two things that I've been trying is no alcohol, which I have done in New Zealand before. 6 weeks in New Zealand of no alcohol, which was great, and this seemed like the ideal opportunity as well. Alcohol is available. You can buy SP lager, and there are spirits available, but it's a very pricey luxury, I guess. And not being a big drinker anyway, I just decided 6 weeks ago to give this a try, and it's something for health reasons, and just something that you can kind of monitor and see. Do you feel any different? Do you feel better for it? And the second thing that I've tried is reducing my sugar intake, inspired by a friend suggesting that I watch that sugar film, which I did, and yeah, kind of it took off, and I definitely haven't stopped all sugar. Um, the bread that I'm eating here is definitely, it has sugar in it. I'm eating beans on toast, for lunchtime, and I know that the beans have sugar in them, but I have stopped eating any biscuits, any chocolate, any ice cream, and fizzy drinks, which I was never a huge fan of anyway. But yeah, so I've stopped all those things, and again, they are all available here, and they're available pretty easily. They're very, very common. The shops are full of fizzy drinks, and full of biscuits as well, and ice creams also. Soft scoop in the cone ice creams are very, very cheap. 1 kina or 50 New Zealand cents for a big soft scoop ice cream, and yeah, people wander around eating it, and so I just figured, yeah, this is again the ideal time to kind of reflect on, how does the body mentally and physically change with these changes that you've introduced. And I enjoy things like that, and I think it helps to have something like that you can kind of focus your energy into as well. And also, I think it's really important to have activities and adventures that you've organised on the horizon that you can look forward to, and I've always been a great believer in that, and it's something that I've always done. I've always had travels and or weekend plans and hikes and bike rides and runs, or races that I'm participating in, something to focus on and look forward to, and that's definitely been something that we've done over 3 months in Bougainville. If you listen to the last podcast, the crabs are on the loose, you would have listened to my trip up to Buka, north of Arawa, and also you may have seen a video on a 3-day trek that I did up in the mountainous region of Rotakos, and then also spending a long weekend on a small island, Puk Island, just off of Arawa, kind of a 10-minute boat ride, and a beautiful little island and pristine beaches and fantastic snorkeling. And so yeah, always researching new ideas and kind of organising these little getaways, and they're the things that really, I guess, keep me inspired, and they're the things that kind of feed that I feed on, and new stories, and you don't get these stories just by sitting in your house typing away at a laptop or by researching on a laptop. You have to be out there and living these experiences, and so I think that's very, very kind of important to have these things that you're looking forward to. And finally, interacting with people. It sounds obvious, but the people around you are kind of your support network, and the people that you can talk to, and you can kind of get ideas from, and bounce ideas back and forth, and just being around people, being away from the laptop for a while, and just listening to other people's experiences and what they've kind of been through, and places they've been and things they've done. All of these things are, to me, very inspiring, and I get many kind of light bulb moments, I guess, when listening to people, and kind of make little notes on, oh yeah, I could definitely write something about that, or I could do something about that, and do something similar. So just interactions, and that's why I say I try and get out once a day, because you never know where these little interactions are going to come from. It could be complete strangers, it could be people you already have relationships with, but put yourself out there and just see what happens. And I guess for me, it's kind of important to remember not to be too hard on yourself as well. Everyone adapts to different experiences and different climates and cultures and environments in different ways, and yeah, manages them in different ways. So, you know, some people may take 3 months to adapt. Some people may take, you know, a week or 6 months, and some people may never adapt. But everyone's got, yeah, different ways of handling different pressures, I guess. So there's kind of no right or wrong, I guess. But yeah, this is kind of the routine that works for me, I guess. And that's it for this week, folks. As always, thank you for tuning in to the Travel Inspired podcast. Check out the website, www.travelinspired.co.nz. I've been making a few tweaks to it over the last couple of weeks, so yeah, take a look at it. And also remember to look at the Facebook page, which is, yeah, I'm always sharing travel-related and inspiring articles and photographs and videos on the Facebook page. That's Travel Inspired 1, as in the word 1. And then also follow on Instagram as well, which is Travel Inspired 1, the number 1, where, as I say, you know, I'm sharing daily photographs from my time in Bougainville, and then flashbacks to New Zealand. So until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.